Okay, so we have this employee table. So now we have 14 employees as a one group. Now, if you want to know the minimum value or maximum value, so the minimum and maximum average, these are all the aggregate functions, which give all the group of records. For all the group of records, it give only one value. This is called as a multi-row functions, right? See, for example, we have 14 employees as a one group, right? Now, if you want to segregate the data into the multiple groups, okay. See, the group maybe I'm deciding that group division based on the department number. Okay, our department, our job wise, I need to segregate the data into multiple groups. So now I'm going with the department number wise, dividing the like a uh, department wise. I'm making the group. Okay, so if you want to make that particular group, okay, now if you haven't provided this, so now I'm trying to display. See, I'm like looking for the department wise, the group, minimum value, maximum value, this kind. Okay, so if you haven't provided that department number value in the group by class, it gives the error for you. So if you are using group functions along with any non-aggregated columns, non-aggregated or non-group function column, that all columns must and should be present in the group by class, like this, right? So now you are getting the value like a three groups, you are getting three values. Okay. If you want to know what is this minimum value is getting, to whom is getting this minimum value, to whom this 800 is getting the minimum salary. So if you want to display this employee information, so we need to use like a subqueries. So we already seen about subqueries and correlated subqueries to pull this type of information, right? See, to analyze the data, you need to maintain, say, I need to display the all the group of employees in that particular group along with aggregated values. See now I'm trying to retrieve employee information along with the grouping values. Now I'm displaying this. If I mention, I'm selecting all the column list and I'm trying to retrieve the minimum and the, so I'm going with only one column. So one aggregate function. So we'll see with the rest on. Okay, now I'm trying to retrieve this. It is giving the error because minimum of salary is a group function. If we want to make this group function as an analytical function, if we want to convert this group function to the analytical function, simply use the over class for that, over. See, now it won't give any error for you. It displaying the all group of records along with aggregated value, along with the aggregated value. See, the so minimum of salary is 800. If you mention like a minimum of salary in your query, what is the value you are getting? 800. The same value you are getting here. Same value you are getting here for all the records. You are displaying all the group of records along with the aggregated values. So for this, we'll use the analytical functions. The name itself is having analytical purpose. We'll use these functions. So whichever the functions you are used to analyze the data, we'll use the analytical functions. Okay. See the analytical functions, all aggregate functions will act like as an analytical. What are the functions we have in aggregate functions, that all can be acted like as an analytical as well if I use the over class simply. Okay. See now we are seeing some
Shiva, here we can use group by also, right?
no, it
In,
won't work for
no,
that. If I
it
use the
won't.
group by, it gives the error.
Aggregate function. No, like I'm saying, like if we use group
You
by for
cannot
that
able
state.
to you cannot able to use like analytical and aggregate functions together.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Fine, fine. Okay,
Right?
okay,
So
okay,
it gives the error, not a group by or group by expression.
okay.
Sorry.
అదే ఓవర్ క్లాస్ తీసేసి మినిమం సాలరీ కదా అది గ్రూప్ బై
నార్మల్ గా అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఓవర్ క్లాస్ తీసేసి నార్మల్ గా ఇప్పుడు మీరు చేసిందే గ్రూప్ బై ఫస్ట్ పెట్టి అలా కూడా చేసుకోవచ్చు కదా. అలా కూడా వస్తుంది కదా, అదొకటే అడుగుతున్నా.
I'm not getting your question. Can you repeat if you don't mind?
యా, ఇప్పుడు ఓవర్ క్లాస్ తీసేశారు కదా, ఓవర్ క్లాస్
Yes.
తీసేసి ఓన్లీ గ్రూప్ బై పెట్టి మనం మినిమం శాలరీ అలా కూడా చేయొచ్చు కదా అని అడుగుతున్నా. అంటే ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ అలా వస్తుందా రిజల్ట్ కూడా, అంటే మినిమం
No,
శాలరీ
if
అలా
you
కూడా
run
వస్తుంది
this,
కదా.
డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ అని తీసేయండి శివ, అక్కడ మినిమం సాలరీ అండి.
ఆ,
అయ్యో ఎక్కడ కాదు, గ్రూప్ బై డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ ఉంది కదా,
గ్రూప్ బై మినిమం డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నంబర్ దగ్గర గ్రూప్ బై
అక్కడ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ తీసేసి అక్కడ మినిమం సాలరీ ఇస్తే ఈ డేటా రాదా అంటుంది.
oh, so you are saying like this. It is not at all like correct, right? See, in
అంటే
group
సెలెక్ట్
by,
దగ్గర అంటే కాలం నేమ్స్ ఇస్తాం కదా, సెలెక్ట్ దగ్గర కాలం నేమ్స్ ఇచ్చి ఫ్రమ్ ఎంప్లాయీ గ్రూప్ బై మినిమం శాలరీ అలా అంటున్నా నేను. ఇప్పుడు
no, it
నార్మల్ గా
won't
మనము
work, right?
ఓకే ఓకే
It won't work actually. It won't work
Okay.
like this.
ఓకే ఓకే
Okay, see,
ఓకే ఓకే అంటే ఇప్పుడు డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అని ఇప్పుడు ఓవర్ గ్రూప్ బై కి అది నాకు అర్థం కాలేదు ఇక్కడ.
see, no, actually, just now I explained. See, if you haven't provided, see, now you are giving like a minimum salary or maximum salary. You are trying to look these values from your entire group. You are getting
Okay.
this all the values,
ఎస్
right? For 14
Yeah.
employees, you are getting only one value.
ఎస్
Okay, so
Okay.
only one value. Now, if you want to segregate this into the multiple groups, or if you want to
Okay.
bifurcate that things into the multiple groups. So we have
Okay.
3 departments. Now I'm looking the values department wise, the minimum salary, maximum salary, average. I'm trying to look the values.
ఓకే
Okay. See, now in this case, now I'm like I need to segregate that thing into the multiple groups. In the sense, if you want to bifurcate one group into the multiple groups, that based on which column you need to bifurcate, that column you need to mention in the department number.
ఓకే
So for that you are
Okay.
clear, right?
ఎస్
For
ఎస్
that you
దట్
are
ఐ
clear.
గాట్. యా.
Yeah. Now see, you are getting these values,
ఎస్
950, 800, 1300. So now if you
Yes.
want to retrieve this particular information, who is getting this 950? Who is getting this 800?
ఫర్ యా పర్టికులర్ ఎంప్లాయీ నేమ్ వి నీడ్ టు
Employee
ఫైండ్.
information you are not able to pull here,
ఎస్ ఎస్
right? If you want to
yes.
pull this type of employee information,
ఓకే
now I'm trying to see the minimum salary. Now I'm going with the minimum salary.
ఓకే
Okay, so department 10 is having 1300, 20 is having 800, 30 is having 950, right? Now I want to
Yes.
retrieve this information, so I cannot able to mention this all the column information. See, if you mention all these columns in this select list, see, now every employee will become like as a new group.
Okay.
See, I cannot able to get that required information from me. I will get 14 records because whatever the column you are mentioning in this select list, that all columns must and should be present in group by class. So we are not expecting this. We are expecting for we have 3 groups. We have 3 groups here. That 3 groups, you are expecting one of the least value or one of the greatest value. Okay. Now
Okay.
I'm mentioning
Yes.
the department number. So department number. Now we are getting the 3 value. If you want to retrieve this information, so we discuss about subqueries. Selection from EMP, where salary equals to 800. Okay, I'm pinning these results 800. So we are getting this data. So Smith is getting that
Okay.
800 salary value, right? Now, if you want to retrieve the 1300 employee information, so if you want to look these values, you need to write this one by one result.
Okay.
See, now if you want to look these values, who is getting this 800, who is getting 950, 1300, you are looking one by one, you are passing one by one value and you are seeing that particular results, right? See, now instead of this, you can simply, you can simply see the department number in the select list is optional. Is it optional? See, if I said if you want to expose what is this value, so if you are doing some help with someone, if you want to expose that I am doing this help, if you want to expose to the people, you need to mention that columns in the select list. Otherwise, you no need to mention this all the grouping columns, you no need to mention in the select list. So you are getting the same results here. See, you are getting the same results here 30, 950, 29, same results. If you remove this also, you will get the same results. But you don't know like who is which employee, so which department 950 or which 800 is related to which department. So you don't know that particular information, right? So if you want to know that only, you need to use. Okay. Now I'm trying to retrieve salary in salary in. And what was the query I written earlier to get the minimum salary for all the groups. Okay. So now I'm trying to retrieve this. So now I'm getting this particular information. Only one record information you are getting. So if you want to retrieve this particular information, you need to use the subqueries for this, right? Instead of using this type of subqueries, I can go with the analytical functions. Simply use what are the column information required for you. Mention that all the column list, right? Now I'm trying to retrieve that particular information. It giving the error because I use aggregate function, not analytical function. So if you use simply over, it working like as an analytical function. See now what are the minimum salary you are getting? You are getting all the values. Okay. See now if you haven't used this group by in this case, you will get only the 800 employee information, right? Now you are trying to segregate the data, how you did in the using group by class. The same way, you can able to segregate the things in the analytical function as well, or bifurcate. Okay, the bifurcation you can able to do with partition class, partition by DEPT number. See, what are the things you are making as a group, that all the columns you are mentioning in the group by class. The same way, what are the things you are segregating into three groups, right? Now I am segregating into three groups. See, the 10th department, you will get one second. See, 10th department, 1300. See, in this case, we mentioned 10th, 1300, 20, 800, 30, 950. The same results you got here. Now, is it clear? This is the
Yes. Yes,
yeah,
Shiva.
this is the advantage of the analytical functions to analyze the data very clearly. It helps us. You are displaying the whole information along with the grouping values. Along with the grouping values.
Okay.
Okay. See, now we are able to retrieve all the employee information. If I use the sum of salary, you are getting this 8750 10075. These are all the same. Now, the client will ask, see, the analytical function will work as a different way in analytical function. If I use the sum of salary, you are getting the same results. Okay, same results. Sum of salary, group by department member. The same values you got it. You can verify it if you need. I'm pinning this and you can verify it, the things. 8750 for 10th. And 20th, 100875. 100875, right? Now, the client is asking to generate the report like this. See, if you are the first employee joined with 1000 rupees, or you can see first employee joined on 2450. The salary is 2450. The second employee is joined. I need to display the cumulative sum. What is the amount till now? How many employees we have? What is the first employee salary I'm making? I need to display. And if you join the second employee, I need to sum the first employee salary and the second employee salary. I need to display as the cumulative sum. So cumulative sum or running count, running sum of each employee. So who, if someone is joined, I need to add that and I need to display. So if you are the second employee, the first employee salary plus second employee salary is becoming like as a cumulative sum. Okay. Now I need to display those type of information. I need to display those type of information. Simply use order by class in this case. Order by EMP number. Order by EMP number. See now you are getting 2450 is the first employee salary. So I'm mentioning cumulative salary. See 2450 plus 5000, 7450 plus 1300, 8750. So I segregated the things into the partition by department number. So for every group, I'm doing this operation. If I remove this partition by class, it works with all the employees, 800, 2450. So you can check this. For all the employees, it is doing the cumulative sum. You will get 29025. If you do the sum of this, sum of salary, 29025. You can run this now. We'll get all the cumulative sum like this. 29025. 29025. So this is the advantage of the cumulate to find out the cumulative values. Okay, we'll use the sum function in analytical, not aggregate function. In sum function, if we use the order by class, it acting like as a cumulative sum. Cumulative sum. If you haven't used the order by class, it work as a normal sum function only. Okay, so this is the advantage of the cumulate sum function. There is some difference other than the aggregate function. There is some difference here in analytical function. Okay, the rest will same. The rest will same. Now we have some additional functions in this analytical function. Other than aggregate functions, we have other analytical functions like rank. The rank function will give the ranks. Rank function will give the ranks. So now if we use, I said like all analytical functions. So if I use simply over class, it will work as an analytical function, I said. For what? For aggregate functions. Okay, other than the aggregate functions, what are the functions we have as analytical? So in this case, if we use rank of over. So if we run this without using any insight, we will get the error. See, if you are trying to give the rank based on which, based on the alphabetical value or based on the marks, so that you need to give the rank, right? So if you are trying to give the rank for any student,
based on salary.
Based on salary,
Okay.
based
So
on
here-
name, so
Okay.
anything. So based on name also you can provide
Okay.
the rank. Okay.
Okay.
Now I am trying to do with them. order by salary. If you want to give the low to high or high to low, that you need to mention. Low to high in the sense ascending, or high to low in the sense descending. Now see, it is giving the sal rank. See, for highest salary, it is getting 1, 3,002, 3,002. Both employees is having the same salary, it is getting 2. See, for third highest salary, you are getting fourth rank. Fourth rank. See, it has some problem in this. You are losing some ranks in between consecutiveness. So consecutiveness, you are missing some ranks. The rank function is missing some consecutive ranks. See, the third is missing in this case. And if you come to the till 8 and 150, so 1500, 8, 1300, 9, 1250, 10, 1250, 10, 1100. You need to get 11, right? But you are seeing like a 12 is the rank. So the rank function is having some discrepancies. The rank function itself is having some problem. To overcome this, Oracle has introduced the density rank function for that. Density rank, simple. The density rank function. Now see, you've got the correct results. See 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. See, earlier we don't have the 3 rank and 11th rank. Now we have the 11th rank as well and 3 rank as well. Except everything will same. Except everything will same. The rank function will skip some consecutive ranks, but the density rank it won't skip if you have the duplicates or if you have the non-duplicates or non-duplicate or non-duplicate. It won't bother, it won't miss any rank. It will display as is. You can verify it. Both you can run at a time. You cannot able to use the keyword values, I thought. It is working. Density rank. Okay, this is the non rank.
No, function.
Once
Then we didn't change it.
okay, ranks. See, you are missing some consecutive rank. Other than that, everything will same. Okay, now we are grouping with the 14 employees as one group. If you want to make it as a department wise, I need to provide the groups or salary ranking. So while giving the ranking, I need to look the values department wise. I need to give the rank in the particular department. Okay, in such case, I need to use the partition class department number. The same I'm going to mention in this case as well. Same, everything will same, but whereas we have the 3,000 salaries, you are going to miss the second rank. See in this case, 113. In this case, 112. Okay, so this is about the rank and density rank function. So we have other than this, see, the client is doing some transactions on the ATM or anything. So he is doing some multiple deposits in a day. Okay, he's trying to take the latest day transactions. Okay, or at the same time, like 11 a.m. So the client will did like 2 transactions at a time. 2 transactions on the same day or the same time. Okay, so in such case, if you're trying to retrieve with the density rank, you will get the two values. The client is asking to display latest record information, latest record or latest transaction information for me. Okay, if you try to give the ranking with rank or density rank, if the latest rank, latest time is having the 2 transactions, if we use the rank or density rank, you will get the 2 values. The client is expecting only one recent transaction or latest transaction, right? In this case, you will get the 2 transactions for one customer. right? See, I don't want to get the two values. I need only one value, whichever, either of this. I don't care. I need only one transaction for one customer, right? In this case, in this case, use the row number function. Row num is a pseudo column. We have analytical function row underscore number. Same, I'm using row underscore number. Row underscore number is a analytical function. Row num is a pseudo column. Row underscore number is an analytical function. Okay. This function will give, if you are in the same salary, if you are in the different salary, it give for every row one the different value. Now I'm trying to get this. See, we have, and this is the row num underscore ranks. Set because it's a row number function, analytical function. Okay, it is giving the ranks here. Check here. In this case, three are the different ranks. Three salaries are the different. So you got the three analytical functions, rank or density rank, row number. Every value get matched here. Whereas in this case, we have the five employees, and we have different values here, 4 different values. Okay, one, you got misled 2, and you are getting 3, 4, 5. See, in this case, you don't have any missing values. You got the corrected values 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. But whereas in this case, if you have the common values also, you are getting the different values, different rank. If you have the common values also, the row underscore number analytical function is giving the different rank for each other. Okay, this is the advantage of this. Where we'll use this? You may think, right? See, you may expect either of these. If it is the latest case, then only you will get the trouble. If I use the order by salary descending here, you are getting 1, 1, 1. See, now I'm trying to retrieve with one value. Now I'm trying to retrieve, select star. Now I made it as a table. Now I'm trying to retrieve ranks equal to 1. Now we got 4 records because the 3000 is having 2 employees. I'm expecting only 3000 is having 2 employees, fine, but I need only 1 employee. Either of these two, you can provide any one of this. So if you go with the density rank, also you will get the same trouble. If you go with the density rank also, you will get the same trouble. If we go with the row underscore number analytical function, it will get the correct results because if you have the 2 common values also, it is giving the 2 different ranks for everyone. So you will get the corrected values if I use the row underscore ranks.
Shiva,
Yes.
here I have a doubt. Here I have one doubt. It's like still we use row num for getting only one value, right? But there are 2 people, right? Then the data is like we might get an incorrect data, no? Like is it because
See,
it is retrieving only the
in
person?
this case, you will get incorrect data. See, what I
Okay,
am
that's
saying, so where we have, no. It is not giving any wrong data here. So what is the maximum salary we have that you need the value. Okay. See, if the both employees is having this, see, if 2 students got this like first rank, are
yeah.
like the principal is saying take one first student rank people, only one member, he said.
Okay.
So he's calling like a attender, like attender, please bring one first rank student.
Okay.
But you are saying like you are retrieving with these two ranks and density rank function. The first rank students is having 10 people in our school. You are trying to pull the 10 people at a time. But I'm not expecting that, right? I'm expecting only out of this 10, I need only one student.
Based on some criteria, we will choose like one student, no?
Yeah, I need, my
Like that
requirement
only
is
there.
that out of these 10 students, I need only one student.
One student.
If I go with rank and density rank, I'm getting the same rank for this, all the 10 people. So I will get 10 people at a time. I don't need that, but I need only one student, whichever is having the 10 members is having the same rank. But I need only one employee out of this all.
For that, we will keep condition, right? For we need to get only one student, we keep some
So-
condition and we will keep one person. So same in this case also, we are choosing one based on row
See, I don't
rank.
want to use extra conditions here. I need to filter with the analytical functions. So where I need, see, if you are doing like multiple transactions in a day, if you are doing hundreds of transactions at the same time, maybe if you are doing the bulk transactions meaning if you are doing more than one transaction at a time, we will call it as a bulk. Okay, the bulk transaction time, if you are doing thousands of transactions, for thousands of transactions, I will insert the same transaction time, same transaction date and time. Okay, now the client is asking to pull the latest transaction information. So how will you pull the latest transaction information? You will use the order by transaction time descending and you will get the latest
Row
rank value. If I use the rank or density rank function, you will get the, if it is a 100 transaction, you will get all 100 transactions.
Yes, duplicates we will get.
But I'm not looking for that. I need the latest one transaction, only one.
For that, we are using row number.
Row number. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now we have other analytical functions. The client may ask sometimes, while joining of the employee, you need to compare the previous employee salary versus the current employee salary. While joining of the employee, while inserting of the employee any information, or you need to, you have the requirement. So I need to compare the previous employee, whichever the employee is having prior of this current employee, take that particular employee salary and need to compare with the current employee. Or you can take the different example like, so you have the cumulative sum of monthly sales. Okay, the client is asking to make the report, make some graphical representation. If Jan month salary is greater than the previous Feb month salary, meaning the sales is having drop. Mention like a sales is having drop. If Jan salary is greater than less than the Feb, mention like a in this Feb is having hike spike. So you need to compare the values with previous month salary values to the current month or previous transaction value to the current employee. So in such case, we have the analytical functions, lag and lead. Lag function will help us first in this case. Lag function. Lag provide access to a row at the given physical offsets that comes before the current row. See, what are the value? What are the value? You are in the current position. What is the previous position of you? If you want to take that, if you want to get that particular information. So now you are the millionaire. So where you are started with in that particular day, like maybe bigger. So I need that previous information to the current generation, previous generation to the current generation. Okay. So if you are in the 10th row, what is the 9th row value? That to the 10th. Okay. see, if you want to lag the value from the previous row to the current row. If you are in 10th row, the 9th row is the previous row. If you want to fetch that particular value, okay, simply now I'm trying to retrieve this. See, star in the sense it takes all the columns. Now, if I use the ranks, simply star, meaning it take all the columns. But other than star, you cannot able to use any derived columns. So this we can call it as a derived column. This is not the actual column of your table. This is a derived column by you. Now, if we do like this, it gives the error for you from keyword not found. So for that reason only, you need to mention the star is belonging to which table, that you need to mention emp dot star. It won't give any trouble for you. Okay. So keeping this. Okay. Now I set I need to lag the previous record value to the current record. Okay. Lag of salary. So partition by department number, order by salary descending anything. I'm going with the employee number. So this is the lag sal. Okay. Now I'm taking employee number to here and salary also here. Okay. See, 10th department employees, I did the partition by department number. Okay. 7782. What is the salary here? 2450. See, this is the first employee. The first employee does not have any previous employee. See, if you are the first member, who is prior for you? You got the first rank. So other than the first rank, no, the previous ranks are available, right? We have the next ranks, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay. See, now you cannot able to get the other than the first value, prior of the first value, because you are the first. To lag the value, you don't have any previous row value. If you want to fetch the previous row, if you are in the second position, you have one member prior for you. Okay. For that reason, you are getting the null.
Okay. Same like hierarchy.
Hierarchy kind.
Grandparent, father.
There is no like grandparent for you because you are the forefather.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Okay. See, in this case, you are in second position, 5,000.
Yes.
It's the current salary for the president. And you are trying to lag the value of the previous employee. So clerk salary is 2450. You lag this value to this current row, 2450. And 1300 is the miller salary. What is the previous salary? 5,000. You
5,000.
lag this value. So see the simple definition. If you want to lag the previous row value to the current row, for that reason, I will use lag function. See here. So I'm taking like a 2450 to the next row, 5,000 to the third row, 1300. There is no other values. Fourth record we don't have in the particular group. Coming to the 20th department, 800 is the first one. There is no lag value for that. 800 is came to the second record. 2975 is came to the third record. 3000 is came to this. 1100 is came to this. So this is the advantage of this lag. Okay. So now you can use this, see, treat like I said, this is the Jan month salary. This is the Feb month salary. Jan month sales. So you can do like this. So now I need to compare with 10, 20, 30th departments we have. Now I need to compare who is getting the greater than of this. So if the 10th department is greater than 20th, I need to make the graphical representation or the compare the values with previous department to the current department and make some information. 10th department is getting like greater than 20th department. I need to compare like this. Now, see, you may get some idea here. Now we are getting like a department wise salary. And I'm mentioning that department wise the salary. I need to compare the values. See, 10th department is getting like 8750. 20th is getting 10057. If you compare 10th department salary versus 20th, 10th department is getting less than the 20th department. And if you compare 20th versus 30, 20th is getting greater than the 30 department. So I need to represent this information. Okay, in this case, I will make this DEPT sal as alias name for this. In this case, I will use select star from this. Now, this is a table for us. This is the table for us, right? Now I'm saying I will use these. I'll use some alias name for this. A dot star. Okay, I'm using the derived column. See, I don't want to mention this all the column names. So I mention simply like this. Okay, so now the columns we have order by DEPT number. See, now you are looking the for every group as a one group. See, we have three groups. You are making as a three groups as a one like individual group. Three groups as an individual group. So no need to mention this partition by class. Simply mention order by DEPT number. Order by DEPT number. So you cannot able to compare the first month sales. You can able to compare first month versus second month versus first month. Right? See, now we have the 10th department salary and 20th, 30th, everything we got. Okay, now we have this lakh DPT cell. Okay, you can compare now these values. You can compare simply. See, I'm like writing the complex things. I don't want to mention this very long things, but for now I'm writing this. Okay, now you can compare, take these all columns and compare with this. Case when, case when, case when DEPT sal is null, then first sal. So no previous sal, no previous department. Okay, no previous department. And when DEPT sal is greater than the lag DEPT sal, previous department is getting more sal. And so you can check this. See, previous department is getting more salary because 8750 is not correct, right? DEPT salary is getting less salary. Okay, so you need see these conditions you need to verify which one how that messages you need to display. So, but in third case you are not getting this. In third case you are not getting any value for this. I know reason. You are checking this condition. The DEPT sal is null in the sense it take the first value.
So
And
first one only we are.
sorry,
So first one we are checking here.
yeah, you are checking in this third case. And else, see if A is greater than B, you will mention A. If A is greater than B, it's a false in the sense B is greater, right? Simply I'm mentioning like a else current department is getting less. Current department is getting less. You may get the values now. You may get the values now. See, here we need to use a lag salary is less, not the DEPT sal. See, if you observe the things here, see, you are getting the wrong message here. Current department is getting less than sal. It's a wrong message. This is the correct message. No previous department that you are expecting. For that, you need to use the lag of department salary, right? So I use mistakenly, but you people are not saying this. Okay.
Yes.
See, so in these type of situations, we'll use the lag functions. So now I given some minimum examples, so like minimum size of example. So you may get the sales information if you are in the automobile industries or a retail domain. You may get the sales information. So if you are in the any other things, banking domain or kind, so you may get the situation like take the cumulative sum of the previous month and current month. You need to generate any employee informations. See the employee, the customer transactions, like the customers may have some scenarios. Okay, so you sudden increasing high volume of transaction, sudden increasing high volume of transaction, meaning normally you are doing like hundreds of transaction per month. Okay, so in the Jan month you did hundreds of transaction, and Feb month you did like a more than that. The more than that, you will look the percentage. So if you did in 100, if you are doing in 101, in the sense we won't mention like it is a high volume of transaction. So you will take the previous month of number of transactions, like put like into 10 or into 2, 3. So you will look the values into previous percentage. If you have 100, the 100% is equal to 10,000 of transaction. If it is meet like greater than 100 into 10% or 100 into 5%, meaning 50,000 transaction, it meets greater than the 15,000 transaction. Then you need to identify this. Then you need to identify this. If you want to identify that, take the previous month transaction to the current month, and you can compare this by lagging out this. Okay, so in these type of situations, we'll use the lag and lead functions. Okay, sometimes will lead the lag lead. Lead will do like a next row to the current row. So if you want to take the next row value to the current row. So now till now we did previous row to the current row. Now if you want to take the next row value to the current row, we'll use the lead function for that. Lead. You can compare for that. Lead. Go with other things. Lead of salary. See, for first employee is having the second employee, so it takes the second employee value to the first employee. For last employee does not have any last other. Sorry.
Yeah, understand. Yeah, got it.
It's a lead.
Like
The
one
name I
and
mentioned, lead.
2. Okay, 1 and 2 we will compare now.
See, you are in the first position. The second value came to the first. If you are in second, third value came to the second. But you are in the last. You don't have last plus one transaction to take to the last. For that reason, you got the null. If you use the lag, you will get the first record value as a null, because first record itself is a first. You don't have the previous for the first. Here in this case, last employee is the last one. We don't have any last employee to the last. Okay, so this is the advantage of this. So you may get the requirement. See, some people will ask to compare previous to the current. Some people will ask, take the current value to the previous. So based on your requirement, you need to choose this. Okay, So this is about the analytical functions, and we're done with all the functions. So tomorrow we are going to see about the joins, and I will provide some tables, the retail domain tables.